And this one big, beautiful bill does all of these things and reduces our deficit. What's holding us back? Why can't we pass this piece of legislation that helps working Americans? I'm old enough to remember when the Democrat Party was a party of the working class. This is the kind of bill that most Democrats would have advocated for 20, 30 years ago. The center, the North Star, the guiding post for this bill is, does it help our middle class? Does it help working Americans? This bill does that in the ways that I just outlined. You would think that the Democrats would rush to the floor to vote for this thing. Instead, they will mischaracterize it at every step of the way. I just laid out the facts. The bill is 940 pages long. You want to read it for yourself. Don't believe what you hear in the media. Don't believe what the Democrats are going to tell you. Believe what I just told you, because these are facts that are indisputable. In fact, I'll close with this, Mr. President. I will guarantee you that there's not one thing I outlined here today, any of these aspects of the bill, that my colleagues will dispute, because they can't, because it's in the plain text of the bill. Instead, what they'll do is they'll use cliche lines like that we're taking away health insurance from people who need it to give it to their billionaire buddies. You mean like George Soros? You mean like the founder of LinkedIn, who funded all kinds of nonsense? Those billionaires, right? Look, you want to find the center of gravity today for the Democrat Party? Go to Martha's Vineyard, where the average price home is $30 million. That's their North Star. What's our North Star, Mr. President? Communities in your state, communities in my state, like Chillicothe, Ohio. That's the center of our gravity for our party. It's a new party. I'll acknowledge that. The Republican Party of today is not the party that I knew 20 or 30 years ago. And it was a mistake that we weren't thinking about the working class the way we are today. But here we are, on the verge of passing one big, beautiful bill. Now, look, if you're an American watching, I can see why you're confused. If I were somebody who was reading, for example, in my hometown newspaper, the Cleveland Plain Dealer, if I read that all day, I'd probably think something different, because it's all propaganda from the other side. I just laid it out. I would challenge anybody in the media, anybody listening to this, any of my Democrat colleagues, to come out here on the floor and go line by line with what I just said and tell me what I just said is not true. This is what this bill is all about. I am so proud, Mr. President, that I had the honor of even being a tiny part of putting a bill that is so historic and so transformative. I urge all my Republican colleagues, all of my Republican